He had the blues, so he quaffed some booze and turned up dead in just necktie and shoes. Now that's a quote from the Buffalo Courier Express way back in 1903. Keep it in mind as we now take a look at the mysterious and tragic death of Edward Big Ed Delahanty, who played Major League Baseball from 1888 to 1903 with 4 different teams, one of which was the Cleveland Infants, a club that played in the Players League, a league which existed for only one season, that being 1890. Edward Delahanty was big, thus his nickname Big Ed, and at 6'1", 180 pounds, he was one of 5 brothers who all played Major League Baseball, covering a period from 1888 to 1915. The other Delahanty brothers were Frank, James, Joseph, and Thomas, but Ed was by far the most productive Delahanty, as his lifetime .346 batting average, good for 4th place on the all-time list, would indicate. He's the only player to win a batting title in both the American and National League. Big Ed batted over 400 3 times, and in 1896, while with the Philadelphia Phillies, the guy hit 4 home runs in a game against the Chicago Colts, with 3 of those homers being of the inside-the-park variety. But sadly, this Hall of Fame ballplayer would meet a horrible end on July 2nd, 1903. Now, Delahanty's team, the Washington Senators, had just finished up an awful 2-11 road trip, losing 3 out of 4 in Detroit. Ed did not play in that series. He had been suspended earlier by Washington manager Tom Loftus for being overweight, even though he was leading the team with a .333 batting average. And it was later, when out of the blue, Delahanty left the team's hotel and without notifying anyone, boarded the Michigan Central train number 6, bound for New York. He supposedly was carrying $200 in cash and $1,500 in diamonds. But Big Ed never made it to the Big Apple. On the train ride heading east, Delahanty, who, according to conductor John Cole, had consumed at least 5 shots of whiskey, began acting up in a rather violent way. He broke a glass window and took hold of an axe that was behind it, one of those fire axes. Then he tried to pull a woman out of her sleeping berth. Well, this kind of behavior culminated in Edward Delahanty being put off the train at the small way station of Bridgeburg on the Canadian side of the Niagara River, just across from Buffalo, New York. The time was 10:45 p.m. 10 minutes later, Big Ed was spotted by watchman Sam Kingston walking towards Buffalo on the 3,600-foot long International Railway Bridge. Of course, Kingston tried to stop him, but Delahanty broke away, and moments later he fell or jumped 20 feet down into the Niagara River. The watchman did hear him crying out and even spotted Ed in the water, but then he disappeared. The next day, his badly decomposed body was found 20 miles downriver at the base of Horseshoe Falls in the Canadian portion of Niagara Falls, and he was only wearing his necktie, shoes, and socks. That's it. No other clothes. No money, no diamonds. He was even missing 2 rings off his fingers. That is a tragic and mysterious ending for this great ball player. Edward Delahanty, along with 3 of his brothers, lie in Calvary Cemetery on Miles Road in Cleveland, Ohio. His other brother, Thomas, is buried in Florida. Hey, check us out on YouTube. Thought you might like this little baseball story during the off season. This is your Christian reporter, Sonino John Paul Scarletti. Thanks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you.